In recent news with Eve, we have the Quinton Simon case and an update with Leilani Simon's 8-page indictment, which includes 19 charges handed to her from the grand jury in Chatham County, Georgia.
The sworn and impaneled members of our Chatham County grand jury returned a 19-count indictment against the mother of Quinton Simon, that is defendant Leilani Simon. Defendant Simon is charged in the indictment with 1 count of malice murder for the intentional killing or death of her son, Quinton Simon. She is also charged in counts 2 and 3 with felony murder in the death of her son. She is charged also with 1 count of concealment of the death of another in this indictment. And that is followed by several counts of giving false statements during the course of a police investigation.
So it's hard to hear the reporter ask questions, but he asked, explain the process of how you got 3 different counts of murder. And this is what she says.
Prosecutors often develop different theories of a case and how a murder may or may not have occurred. It is not uncommon for us in murder cases, and you'll see this in our other indictments, to charge murder in a number of different ways. And as I said, as the evidence continues to evolve in this case, and we get closer to trial, should we get there, we'll have more information about if any additional murder charges need to be filed or if they need to be changed in any way. To be honest, I wouldn't be standing here before you if I wasn't confident about the evidence that we have. We have more than sufficient evidence to bring the charges, and that's why we presented this case to grand jury. They actually believed us. They returned a true bill on the indictment. We're confident about that. But what makes me even more confident is that I get to rely on the hard work and evidence and investigation of Chief Hadley, his team, our law enforcement agencies. They collected copious amounts of evidence, and because of their fine investigative work, I feel very confident that we are about the position that we're in today.
So in the state of Georgia, there are 2 types of murder: malice murder, which requires intent, and then felony murder, which does not require the intent for the charge. In count 2, it does give a little bit of insight as to what the grand jury assumes happened. The grand jury states that they believe Leilani Simon did assault her son, Quinton Simon, with an object that, when used against him, resulted in serious bodily injury. The nature of the object is unknown to the grand jury at this time, but caused Quinton's death. Count 3 felony murder states that Leilani Simon committed the offense of cruelty to a child in the 1st degree and caused cruel and excessive physical pain, and during this event caused his death. Count 4 is concealing the death of another, where Leilani Simon is accused of discarding him in a dumpster at Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, which hindered the discovery of whether Quinton was unlawfully killed. Here's a picture of that dumpster. Now, count 5 is a false report of a crime because Leilani said that an unknown offender came in and abducted Quinton Simon. Now, I have covered in depth and in detail false reported abductions by parents who ended up murdering their children. Please go check it out, because the more you know, the more you can report when you see things. Please pause to read counts 6 through 19, which is a slew of making a false statement to law enforcement about what happened to Quinton Simon. So we're going to go over this on a live, discussing all of the counts and where that information may have came from or crept up through Billy Joe and people around that family, and even creators on YouTube. See you there.